who often says to me, "You are the oldest person that I know." And I said, "Well, I need to have you meet my friend Bill Brown. He's 99." And Hampton went, "No way!" So, happy birthday, Bill. I'm glad you're here. We've talked, for those of you who have come more than once, we have talked about types of entrepreneurs. We have a regular entrepreneur that gets up and talks about what they do and their business as a going concern. And then we have the spontaneous entrepreneur who, when somebody says they will come and present, they don't show up, and I just call on someone. And we have had several folks in here be spontaneous entrepreneurs and do very well. Third type is the wimpy entrepreneur, and this is the one that when I say we're going to have a spontaneous entrepreneur, they leave. And so we will never have them present except make fun of them. A fourth type, you didn't know we could have all sorts of more types, is one of the things we wanted to do with 1 Million Cups is to actually get our students at the college thinking about being entrepreneurs. They're thinking about stories, dreams, things like that, starting a business. And we've had some success with classes in entrepreneurship, our high school things going on. Again, I need mentors. If any of you want to hang out with young people over the spring term, I'd love to have mentors. But today, we're going to have our first student entrepreneur. And I started thinking, well, really, a student entrepreneur doesn't face challenges that are different than regular entrepreneurs. So here's our first regular entrepreneur that just happens to be a student, and I'd like to welcome Kelli Handrich of Significant Management, LLC.
Hi, I'm Kelli. I want to say thank you for this opportunity. It does wonders to get around people that know their craft and can help you fine-tune your craft. I actually was a toddler, and my mom told me to go clean up my room. She said she found me in the, she came to check on me. There was a bigger mess in the middle of the room, and me in the closet putting each shoe back one by one where it goes. And of course, I don't remember that, but it clicked in my brain when she told me that at a later age. When I was a teenager, I would stay up late at night with a tape measure, rearranging my room, and it made sense whenever I came across the fact that there are professional organizers, that there is an industry for it. And I've always tried to see the balance between things. And I went to high school at Brunswick High. I graduated. Yeah, that's right. And I got a college prep and a technical prep degree. I did both because I wanted to go to college, and I did home ec, and I went to Valdosta State for interior design. After about 3 years, I started questioning whether or not that was, because at that point I didn't know what my mom had told me to come, and so I was still just trying to find my path and my passion. And I took a 5-year break, had a daughter, went back to school at BSU for business, realized I needed emotional support from my family to raise her properly, so I moved to Brunswick, and I worked 2 jobs until I ended up in 9 to 5. So I could be a mom, so I could be there for her activities and go do things with her and drop her off at school, be there to pick her up, those kind of things. And what I found was that the things that I liked to tend to at home, I didn't have time for anymore. So I just, I've been taking, I've accomplished my associate's degree at Coastal, and I'm continuing to go on to get my bachelor's. And after that, I would like to go on to get an industrial and organizational psychology degree. I've taken some psychology classes, and I've actually gone through a certification program online to become I'm a certified professional organizer. And they talk about, first you have to organize mentally and figure out what's the priority and what the person wants to accomplish. Because I want to help others bring their visions to life. So that led me to professional business classes at Coastal, and we had to do assignments where we had to, if we did create a business, and I already had one burning inside of me, so I just worked on what was already in me, and then the opportunity came about, and I just pushed it out and started significant management. And in my journaling process, I write in all caps because of interior design. When you write on the floor plans, it was just something we had to do. So it kind of sticks with me. So when I journal, I write in all caps. And the word just came across to me, sign if I can't. Because that's what I want to do. I want to help businesses that need that extra set of eyes or extra set of hands, that if they can't, I can, and step in, fill in a void that they might not know the right next step. And so just to be a sounding board to help them. I want to help individuals, single parents that need an extra set of hands to organize their home. To every business and home is a system. It's a process. When you get your mail, what do you do with your mail? Where do you put it? How do you file it? Just those simple things that will help ease the tensions of life, because we all have enough problems. I want to come in as a solution, for married couples, a neutral third party. If you want to redesign your house or reorganize your house or redecorate your house, a neutral third party that can come in and see both sides and help bring a balance to it. And for businesses as well, special events, if you need to hire me to help put something together, I would love to connect with the businesses that are already doing what they do best and bring them together, like restaurants with art gallery events, and just I could pull it all together and hopefully make those connections and relationships stronger. So in the future, I would love to have my own space downtown. I would love to be able to meet clients and be a part of the downtown community. Cousin Van Ostett, I'm not gonna lie, I went to a party. There was a party on the rooftop downtown Van Ostett, and I was hooked. I know it's college, but still, I was hooked. I was like, what? People have stuff on the rooftops downtown? Which I don't know if you do that here, but still, just make life fun, and hopefully you guys can help me with marketing questions, how I can get the word out. And I appreciate all your feedback, and it won't hurt my feelings at all.
Well, good. Thank you very much. If in fact you judge the market by the closets in my home, there's a heck of a market out there for this sort of thing.
That's what I'm here for.
Questions, asking for help on marketing.
Hey, Kelly.
Hey.
Anyway, I love this girl. I love her
I love you
attitude.
too,
I love your enthusiasm. So, one of the things that I remember is at one time I was in a career that I shouldn't have been in, and I realized it was a plumbing business, and I realized that I'm out fixing everybody else's plumbing, and I come home and I have tape around the pipes under the sink. So, being a professional organizer, what does it look like when you go home?
Well, no matter what is going on in my life, my closet is always organized. I will say that much. I don't know why. I can't tell you why, but I will pull everything out, wipe it all down, see what I have, and put it back, and try to sort out things I don't need. That's what I'm in the process. And I try to do it at least every season, just because your style changes, your tastes change, and so that's why I would like to have reoccurring clients where I can go in and help them with seasonal change outs and things like that. I do live with my mom. That's why I would love to get my business off the ground so I can support me and my daughter on my own. She has been the biggest blessing. I wouldn't be here today without her. And so definitely when I get my own space, I'll have a better, I'm in mama's house.
Right.
So, but my room, my closet, I can manage that. So.
Another question for Kelly. Matthew.
When you talk about organizing for businesses, are you looking along the lines of person assistant, virtual assistant kind of action also? And the only reason I'm asking because now in the process of being into a fourth brand for our company, we're consistently looking and trying to keep our calendar organized with just regular daily stuff, not counting national stuff that we have to do. Are you putting some of those organizational skills together for businesses? Because
Yes.
I know businesses would fall into those kinds of things.
I actually have one client that I visit them on a weekly basis. So it's something that I help do to maintain their website. I'm well with Facebook, but I'm not versed in Instagram or Twitter or those kind of things. But websites and Facebook, I have experience with manufacturing software, integrating databases. So, for instance, an inventory system update to a Shopify website. I've done those kind of things where I go in and change their website around and keep it updated with new talent that comes and things like that. So that's something in my wheelhouse.
Is there, I finally are starting to get into the modern era, and I saw something on the TV called Bridezilla. Is there a Closetzilla? What is the worst client you've ever had?
Well, and I just started in May, so I haven't had that many clients. I would say the person that's not willing to participate in the process would be my worst thought to come, because I'm there for a reason and I'm here for a reason. I'm here to help, but it is a process, and leaving something behind is the hardest thing to cope with. If you have a vision for your life or your business and you know where you need to go, something that just has sentimental attachment, or it's just been around for a while, or you don't even remember why you do this thing or keep this thing, letting it go so you can soar, I think is the biggest hurdle that I'm going to have to overcome.
Thank you.
I don't have a question, I just have a personal testimony. Because when Kelly posted on Facebook that she was organizing, I called her right away and I said, I live in an apartment, I have paper everywhere, I can't take it anymore, can you come help me? And she came over and she did an amazing job. She took pictures, she took measurements, she got into my head. We explored, why I was doing what I was doing. She gave me ideas on types of furniture that I would need to help my organization. I have a wonderful piece of furniture that now helps me with all my filing, and where I keep my computer and my printer. And even though, right now my dining room table is full of paper because I'm a person who needs to do lots of note taking, I know where I can put it back, I know where it goes. I don't have to worry about, is it going to overwhelm me anymore. She is an amazing, amazing woman. Thank you.
I love you, Olga. Thank you.
Yes. We have another question for Kelly. Another one.
It's not a question. I really felt as you were speaking that, seriously, I know this is confirmation. You're to get investors to go to your next level. I feel like next year, January, you're talking 4 weeks away, you've got to really cite what your strategies are, not your goals, not your plans, not your future, but your strategies to get where you want to go. And I feel like part of that is investors, because it does take money to have a building, but you already have the passion, you already have the vision, you already have the education, you already have a following where people are getting to know who you are. You just need your place. And so I feel like that step is asking for investors and knowing your strategies.
Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. Thank you.
Last question.
Remind everybody your card is on the table.
Yes, sir. My card is organized as a sun in the table. My logo is a acorn nut upside down. My dad was a mechanic. My mom and my dad had a business in Brunswick when I was a little girl called Moonlight Marina. It was a brick building behind Winn-Dixie on 341. And so when I thought of a logo, I wanted an acorn, but there's so many acorn logos out there. And then I remember there's an acorn nut in mechanics, and so it just plays into me helping with the mechanics of the organization or the individual. And so that take them all if you can, and take them and hand them to somebody. And I appreciate you guys so much for listening and for your feedback and your support. So it means a lot to me.
Thank you very much, Kelli. Okay, our next meeting is January 3rd, and today sort of affirms what we've seen for 18 months, is that a large part of our entrepreneurial network is women. And when you look at other cities that support 1 Million Cups, and I talk to those folks all the time, and I tell them what we have, they aren't like us. This is truly a special place, and if you haven't ever thought of us as a special place, you need to start to, because our entrepreneurs and the system that creates them is very, very special, very, very special. So, have a good holiday, and we'll see you January 3rd. Go Dogs!